Hello everyone! My name is Jackie and I'm here today with very exciting news. Because this morning I received a letter. It was brought to me by a all. Where did I put it again? Oh, there it is. At your letter! Ta-da! It's a letter from Hogwarts! I'm going to read it to you now. Dear student, I write to inform you that your OWL's examination will commence on the 2nd of April. The last day of examinations will be the 29th of April. Please ensure you have taken adequate time until that day to complete the OWLs you need. You can find the main objectives and focus of each exam down below. Ooh, that's so exciting! So I can finally take my OWLs. If you want to know, I'll tell you the grades. The fail grades are droll, which you get when you do not show up at your OWLs examination. Dreadful, when you start but not finish any OWLs tasks. And poor, when you sit only one OWL. The pass grades are acceptable, when you sit and pass at least 2 OWLs. Exceeded expectations, when you sit and pass at least 3 OWLs. And outstanding, when you sit and pass at least 5 OWLs. Signed is this letter by Minerva McGonagall, Deputy Headmistress, and the Headmaster Albus Dumbledore, Order of Merlin First Class, Grand Sorcerer, Chief Warlock, Supreme Mugwump, International Confederation of Wizards. So yeah, I finally get to take my exams, my OWLs exams. My ordinary wizarding levels challenger. So, and now I'll tell you the subjects in which I try to take my OWLs. As you have heard, if I want an outstanding I have to take 5 OWLs, but I'm using Hermione Granger as my example, so I'm going to try to do all 12. Let's see how this works. So the first subject is Ancient Runes, for which I have to read a book with a symbol on the cover. For this I chose City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. Because I think these feathers count as symbols, and if not, there are a lot of the runes from in the books on the feather also. So this is the 4th book in the series, so can't really give you a synopsis of this book. The first one is about a girl named Clary who discovers that she is part of this world of shadow hunters. And these shadow hunters, they hunt demons. The second subject is arithmancy. Read a book with a number on the cover or in the title. For this challenge I chose Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. It's about a group of, I think, thieves. Actually, I don't know much about it, but I heard a lot of great things about it. And yeah, and it's 6 of Crows, so this counts for this challenge. My third exam is astronomy. Read a science fiction novel. For this I decided to read Empress of a Thousand Skies by Rhoda Belleza. I don't own a physical copy yet, but I'm going to order it very soon. It's about a princess on a planet, and actually it's another one I don't know much about. My next exam is Care of Magical Creatures. Read a book that includes magical creatures or features a magical creature on the cover. So for this I took the easiest answer. I'm going to read Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by Newt Scamander. This is a book every Hogwarts student has to read, so I wanted to read this in the illustrated edition. My next exam will be Charms, which is very easy. It's just read a fantasy book. For this I decided to try to read a book which I already wanted to read for another readathon, but didn't manage it. I'm going to read Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie in the Mina Lima edition. Yeah, I don't think I have to give a synopsis for this book. The next exam is Defense Against the Dark Arts, for which I'm really excited. It's read a book about or featuring secret societies or clubs. For this book I decided to read Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, because the Shadowhunters I think count as secret society. Also I read all of Cassandra Clare's book for Emma Books read along through the year in preparation for the release of Queen of Air and Darkness in December. So that's actually pretty convenient. The next exam is Divination, which is a really boring lesson, a subject, but I wanted to read the book for that. It's read a book featuring prophecies. For this I also still have to order the book because I decided to read the second book in the Magnus Chase series, Magnus Chase and the Hammer of Thor. The next exam is Herbology, and it's read a book with a nature-related word in the title. For this I'm going to read Bis die Sterne zittern by Johannes Herwig. This is a book by a German author. You could translate the title to Till the Stars Tremble, I think, and I decided to count stars as a nature-related word because I think it counts. So yeah, that's that. I don't know really what it's about. I have to read it for a book club I'm part of, so I just decided to put it into the challenge. The next exam is History of Magic. Read a historical fiction. For this I'm going with a book which sits on my shelf for quite some years now, which I wanted to read many times but just didn't pick it up ever, and it's 28 Tage lang by David Safier. This also is a German author. The title would be 28 Days Long or so. That would be the English title, although I don't know much about the synopsis anymore. I think it's about the Second World War. My next exam will be Muggle Studies. Read a Muggle non-fiction book. For this I'm going with an autobiography with Es war einmal im fernen Osten by... I don't know how to pronounce her name. The English title is Once Upon a Time in the East, a story about growing up. And it's about the author's life, but I don't know how to pronounce her name. If any one of you know, please tell me. My next exam is Potions, for which I have to read a book about or with alchemy. I don't know much books with alchemy elements in it, so I thought about this quite a while, and then I was on the Twitter for this readathon and someone recommended The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee for this challenge. I'm not sure if this counts because I haven't read this book, but I'm going to read it for this challenge and see if it counts, and if it doesn't, I'll try very hard to read another book that really themes alchemy in it. And my last exam is Transfiguration. Read a book that deals with transfiguration, shapeshifting or similar theme, or a book with a cat on the cover, because Minerva McGonagall's Animagus form is a cat. And for this challenge I could also cross over with another reading challenge with the read-along for Sarah J Maas's books for the release of A Court of Frost and Starlight and the next Throne of Glass book. And I'm going to listen to the audiobook of A Court of Wings and Ruin for this last challenge because the Fae in there, some of them can shapeshift, so I think it counts. So that are all the books I tried to read in the month of April. I'm going to try to get all 12 done because I want to be able to take minutes in all of these subjects, which will hopefully be coming soon. So yeah, that's everything for this video. If you are also participating, please let me know. Let me know which books you read. Let me know if The Gentleman's Guide to Verse and Virtue really counts for my Potions exam. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!